What I don't understand about the Democrat Party right now is you never hear people or see people talking about, making videos about great things that the Democrat Party is doing. All you see is anti-Trump stuff. So I challenge people who hate Trump so bad, make videos about what makes the Democrat Party better. Why should I watch somebody or subscribe to something or even vote Democrat if all I'm seeing is everything that's anti-Trump? Anti-Trump doesn't mean it's better for me. That may be better for you because of whatever emotion, trauma, trigger has been stirred up in your being. I think the liberals and the Democrats are so bewildered by this Trump derangement syndrome and everything that's going on that they are so anti-Trump. There's no pro-Democrat, pro-liberal anything. And all I keep seeing is everything is anti-Trump. Nothing is pro-Democrat. So you're going to continue to lose more and more voters because you are not giving us anything to vote for. I don't vote for people because I'm anti-Trump. Like, that is just, it's weird. It's just, you guys are, it's very weird what is going on right now.
Why should you come out and join a protest against Donald Trump? If you hate Donald Trump's politics, then you've probably had, politically speaking at least, a really shit summer. And so many of us have come out on the streets time and time again. We have come out on counter-protests against the fascist far right who are terrorising refugees in their asylum seeker accommodation. And we have come out to stand up against the genocide that is being perpetrated against Palestinians in Gaza. I understand that it is exhausting. It can be easy to think, well, what's a demonstration just against Trump the man? But this isn't just against Trump the man. You know that tens of thousands of us are coming out against the far right and against the genocide in Palestine, and the media isn't paying any fucking attention. And the politicians, they're not paying any fucking attention. But on the 17th of September, when Donald Trump lands in the UK, our protest, with the number of people that we get out, the message that we send that day, we will make the front page of every newspaper around the world. We will be at the headline of the bulletins. And that is why we have to come out in our thousands on September 17th. Those messages can be at the heart, at the forefront of the media narrative that day. That can put real pressure on our government. Pressure that we are finding it so difficult to put on them from other ways of mobilizing. The 17th of September is a moment for us to put the story of what is happening in Gaza front and center of the conversation about the relationship between Starmer and Trump.
So Chicago leaders are outside right now protesting against Daddy Trump coming to their town. Oh, what is the problem? So you have watched with your own eyes how Washington, D.C. has dropped crime like tremendously. They've had 0 murders in a week. You have people going on lives and doing videos about how safe Chicago is, about how clean the streets are. They can't even see a piece of paper. You have women on videos saying that they're at a stoplight with their window down, and they don't ever do that because if your window's down, you'll probably get robbed. Like, what? I'm so happy about the safety of my city right now, just hearing that. I ride with my window down all the time. So now he's saying I'm going to Chicago because we have all these beautiful black women with Trump hats on that say, we need your help. So I'm ready to go help them. Shout out to you, baby, for listening to the ladies, okay? So I just think it's hilarious how all Trump has to say is, I'm going to Chicago next. And now all of the mayor, whoever the hell, all them people are out there like, we don't want you, Trump. We don't want no military over here, Trump. We're already fighting crime, Trump. But you ain't fighting crime to get 0 murders in a week. You ain't doing that. Why wouldn't you want them to come to your state and say, get rid of all the crime? Like, if you could come for 2 weeks, get rid of everything, and then we're good? Are you kidding me? And then we could pick it up from there and keep it rolling? Y'all are stupid. You don't care about the people. And you hellas don't care about black folks. You want to make it to where you think that they're doing this against us? Meanwhile, they're doing it for us. And for everybody else, every American. Stop trying to separate us, okay? We're all American. We all deserve the safety. We all deserve the opportunities. We all deserve it all. Okay? And Trump is trying to give it to us. And I love it. Daddy's coming to Chicago, baby. I dare y'all. The more y'all talk, the more he's coming. Y'all don't realize that by now? He don't listen to y'all. He don't give two shits. And frankly, neither do we. And I hope the people of Chicago who know that they need help and want help get their help. Despite of you hating ass Democrats constantly trying to keep Americans down. Go get them, Daddy.
What Senator Cory Booker is doing isn't filibustering, it's protesting. And we cannot simultaneously demand that our representatives do more for us and then at the same time call it performative when they do. It's a protest. Support it.
This No Kings protest is nothing but a damn joke. That's what it is. They don't even know what they're protesting about. All they know is that they're protesting against Trump because he's in office. That's it. And they know Trump is about this country. He's about America. He's about the people of America. He's about upholding the Constitution, just like any other president of any country would do. See, he's not doing anything wrong. We should have a leader that cares about the people and cares about this country, just like every other country has. But for so long, especially under Obama, that's when the Democratic Party was hijacked by socialists, communists, and Marxists. And they're there to tear down the laws of this country. They want to tear down the Constitution. They want to tear down the value system of America. And they want to tear down the American people who love America and love being here in America. And also the patriarchal family. That's what they're doing. That's the gist of all of this protest, from BLM on up to this No Kings protest. It can't be about deportation. Why? Because they know that Obama was the deport king. That's what he was. He deported more people, millions and millions more people than Trump. Trump only has deported maybe under 100,000 people. And they're doing all of this. And at the end of them finishing this protest that they have, they're still going to get deported. Why? Because it is the constitutional law of the land. But this is put on by globalists, like I keep saying. It is put on by people that want to change the system here in America. Please don't get yourselves out there involved in all of this No King protest. Happy birthday to President Trump and everything. And y'all just stay safe out there. All right.
So in my various scrolls around TikTok, I've gotten into discussions about Trump breaking the Constitution or going against the Constitution. And inevitably they'll say, like what? Like what was he doing that's not constitutional or against the Constitution? And, you know, because there's a long list, but now judges are coming out saying that what he's doing is against the Constitution and the law. This is just one example. You know, the recent ruling about Harvard is another example. And we have due process, we have birthright citizenship and a bunch of things. But somehow people don't see that. And unfortunately, I see these headlines come out as alerts on my phone. I look at them and go, okay, well, that's for now. They're going to be appealed. And who knows, our crazy Supreme Court might actually overturn these rulings. I sure hope that's not the case, because this is the law. This is the spirit of the Constitution. This is what we've established as the kind of guidelines and morals and leadership and, you know, everything else that goes along with this country. So please, 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 let's get ourselves back into alignment with what our Constitution actually says.
I find it hilarious that Democrats are marching around protesting, holding up signs that say, "Hands off Iran," and then bashing President Trump as if he's like committing crimes against humanity, when they're the same Democrats, liberals, who have been marching around protesting about women's rights and gay rights and all this other shit. Has it not occurred to you people that people don't have the same rights in Iran that we do here in America? You people are so fucking unappreciative for what we have here in the US, the rights that we have, the freedoms that we have. I mean, you guys are planning a No Kings 2.0 protest on the 4th of July because you don't like our fucking president? The 4th of July has nothing to do with who's in office. The 4th of July is to celebrate our independence from places like Iran. If you guys even knew like the difference between here and there, you sure as hell wouldn't be protesting hands off Iran, because they won't fight for the same rights that you're trying to fight for. Rights that you guys haven't even lost. It's just hilarious at this point. Like, you guys don't know which flag to believe in anymore. Seems to be every flag besides the US flag. But sticking up for a terrorist regime is just hypocrisy on a whole nother level at this point. Do better.
Democrats, you have to make this make sense to me. Your protest against Donald Trump yesterday on April 5th, you're live streaming on TikTok. And Donald Trump saved TikTok now twice. Can you not put like 2 and 2 together? I'm just wondering. Have a good day.
What you see written on this sign right behind me at 14th Street and Highland Terrace is one of the many, many protest signs that people in DC have been putting up since Donald Trump federalized the police force in DC and have had National Guard members patrolling along with other federal agencies. There's a large picture of Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, that was at 14th Street and U Street, and people have scrawled on it, defaced it, and it really is giving people a way of expressing themselves without confronting some of the armed and masked people who are ubiquitous in Washington, D.C. these days. If you walk up and down 14th Street, it is almost impossible not to notice them. Some of the protest art is just like using a lot of humor. Like this right here, very unflattering, but it is making a statement that the image that Trump projects online and through a lot of his supporters is not the image that people in DC have of him, or at least it's a way of mocking a very powerful figure. And satire for a very long time has been used to challenge people who may or may not be following democratic rules and norms. One of the things that people rely on when they get into positions of power is the image that they're powerful. And if people start to believe that they're not all that powerful, that crack in the armor can really lead to like inspiring more people to stand up and protest. And once you have widespread opposition, it's really hard to put that genie back in the bottle. Oh, sorry. Here is one more. Again, it's a sticker. It shows Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and it's sort of making fun of the idea that there's a deal between the two of them. Clearly, there's not. Otherwise, the war in Ukraine would have stopped. Donald Trump promised to do that on day one. It is now well past day 200 since he's been in office, and it does not look like it's slowing down anytime soon. But the idea is to mock Trump's relationship with Vladimir Putin, who himself seems to mock that relationship by meeting with Trump and then not agreeing to do anything different. If you see any notable protest art anywhere in DC, let me know.
I find it hilarious that Democrats are marching around protesting, holding up signs that say, hands off Iran, and then bashing President Trump as if he's like committing crimes against humanity, when they're the same Democrats, liberals, who have been marching around protesting about women's rights and gay rights and all this other shit. Has it not occurred to you people that people don't have the same rights in Iran that we do here in America? You people are so fucking unappreciative for what we have here in the US, the rights that we have, the freedoms that we have. I mean, you guys are planning a No Kings 2.0 protest on the 4th of July because you don't like our fucking president. The 4th of July has nothing to do with who's in office. The 4th of July is to celebrate our independence from places like Iran. If you guys even knew like the difference between here and there, you sure as hell wouldn't be protesting hands off Iran, because they won't fight for the same rights that you're trying to fight for. Rights that you guys haven't even lost. It's just hilarious at this point. Like, you guys don't know which flag to believe in anymore. Seems to be every flag besides the US flag. But sticking up for a terrorist regime is just hypocrisy on a whole nother level at this point. Do better.
This is your friendly reminder that Cory Booker is still filibustering. I believe we're on the 15th hour. He started Yesterday, I tried to watch as much as I could of it, but I went to sleep around midnight. And then I woke up and I was like, oh my God, he's still filibustering. This is the kind of energy we want to see from the Democratic Party. He's reading very real, true stories that his office has received through letters that have been sent to his office, people talking about how Trump's policies and such have impacted their lives. So yeah, I highly recommend anyone that can to watch this as much as they can today and however long he's going to do this. There's live streams on YouTube, on TikTok. Listen to it as you go on your walk, as you're grocery shopping, whatever you're doing today. This is a moment to be remembered.